It is.
If you'd like to join us, dear Heavenly and Precious Father, we come to you today with humble hearts. God, with the world in so much turmoil, we just hope and pray that we can do our small part in bringing normalcy and calmness to this world, and especially to Nicholas County and its people. Help us make the best decisions for our people, and help us go out and serve our communities to the best of our abilities. Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning. I'll call this regularly scheduled meeting of the Nicholas County Commission of Wednesday, April 15th of 2020 to order. If you, one of you gentlemen would like to get started.
Okay. Upon review of the commission meeting minutes of April 3rd, special meeting, budgetary fiscal year 2020-2021, March 24th, special meeting, March 30th, emergency meeting, March 18th, emergency meeting, March 18th, regular meeting.
The motion is on the floor, quite a few meetings.
Yeah.
Is there any discussion or amendments? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those against, the motion does carry.
Upon review of the exonerations as presented by the Nicholas County Assessor, I move to approve accordingly.
Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those against, the motion does carry.
Okay. Upon review of the estate fiduciary matters as presented by the Nicholas County Clerk, move to approve accordingly unless otherwise noted.
Okay, the motion is on the floor. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. All those against, the motion does carry.
Upon submission of budget revisions received from the elected officials and department heads, the commission will take appropriate action as deemed necessary.
Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those against, the motion does carry.
Upon review of invoices as submitted by various department offices, the commission will take the appropriate action as deemed necessary.
Okay, the motion is on the floor. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those against, the motion does carry. Just a reminder for everyone that we still have 3 members of the general public on the Nicholas County E911 Advisory Board. Those 3 positions are still open if you'd like to call into the commission office to see about being placed in any of those seats. Anything else?
That's all. Good.
Go ahead and take a break. Okay, we are here for our public comment period, and for the record, there is no one on, so pending no other business, if one of you would like to call for the adjournment of this meeting.
I'll make a motion that we adjourn.
No, second.
Emergency. Okay, the motion is on the floor with a second to adjourn this regularly scheduled meeting of the Nicholas County Commission of April 15th, 2020. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those against, the motion does carry.
Okay.
We're closed. Okay, I'm going to call this emergency meeting of the Nicholas County Commission to order. We had a clerical error on our agenda that I will take blame for not being a very good intermediary of information. And we have a grant that is very time sensitive that we need to apply for, which is the Coronavirus Emergency Supplemental Funding Program Solicitation Fiscal Year 2020 Formula Grant Solicitation. We have with us Sheriff William Nunley, and on the line our legal counsel Bischoff. Sheriff, if you'd like to say a few things.
Good morning, Commissioners. Here to ask or request for approval for the Coronavirus Emergency Supplemental Funding Program that's come down from the U.S. Department of Justice. It indicates that we're eligible for $70,799 for this grant. This grant would cover emergency equipment, for as masks, surgical gloves, things of that could protect in an emergency situation or be able to respond to something like this. So it appears that this money has been set aside for Nicholas County. We just need to make application for this with some requests, and I believe we can obtain some funding for the county.
And you do have your line item requests prepared to send out with the application.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Do you know a general timeline? Everything's very fluid with all of this, but I mean, have they gave you kind of an idea? Because I know you all could use gear very, very quickly.
Well, the application deadline is actually May 29th. But however, I have not seen a deadline or a time that they'll disperse money at this point. The only thing they put out is application for it. I believe upon approval, when they look at these, then I'd say it'll come down in a timely fashion just because of what we're looking at in the crisis we're in.
That would be great. And this can be used for all emergency services?
It appears for county.
Yeah.
For county emergency services, it names law enforcement in here particularly, and county.
Okay.
Is what it actually states.
Understood.
You actually go to the third page, you'll see permissible uses of funds there.
Okay. Now I notice on page 5, it says the period of performance start date is January 2020.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming that possibly those funds will be made available at application like you mentioned.
Yeah, I saw that too.
Law enforcement, medical, personal protective equipment, supplies.
Training. Travel.
Very good.
Okay. Even inmates.
Yeah.
The designations of inmates.
Yeah, they're wanting to turn all them loose.
Yeah.
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 I think a lot of those has been denied, at
Without,
least in this county.
very good. Without Clerk Painter in here, would these, how would we deposit these funds?
Here's Painter.
Hey, on this 70,000 with the coronavirus emergency supplemental funding program solicitation, the county's eligible for up to 70,799. It should be full amount, and it's got very specific uses. Would we just create a new budget line item, or would that just be deposited?
We could do a new line.
Okay. Just for transparency's sake. That's
It's easier
nothing
to do that way.
against any of the first responders of the sheriff's department, just for transparency's sake and for our own record keeping.
Did you have a fund, Billy, that you wanted to put it in or something you were needed?
Nothing particular. I agree, with this being a grant, we have a fund separate. That's why you can keep good
Oh, yeah.
accounting on it because we'll have to submit all this stuff right back to the government on what it was spent on, because it'll be whatever we send in requesting, when they approve that, then we'll have to show that that's what we use the money on.
Sure.
Okay.
It's probably better just to keep a file,
Mhm.
because you can use it for overtime.
Yeah, it
Yes.
states that in here, that it can be used for overtime.
Yeah.
Overtime equipment, hiring supplies, training, travel expenses, addressing the medical needs of inmates. Yeah. That's,
Because, like, overtime can only come out of one line.
What's that, I'm sorry?
Overtime can only come out of one line, so if you put
Right.
it in its own line, you can come up with extra two overtime.
Right.
Okay.
So it'd probably be better to keep just a file or spreadsheet.
Okay.
whatever's easiest for your two offices to make sure the accounting's made for is what all I care.
Yeah, as long as we have an accurate record. Okay.
It looks like we get the choice of drawing down funds in advance or in a reimbursable basis anyways. So that could give you all some flexibility of how you want to do that. Very good.
So it seems to be really similar to the solicitation grant that we apply for every year. It's around 20 some odd $1,000. And it's set aside for the county as well. There's a formula they use for that. I'm not really familiar. I've researched and not really been able to nail down how they calculate that, but it's different for every county. Some counties bigger, smaller, even cities gets this. I know Somerville PD's not eligible. I don't know why Somerville's not, but they're not. Beckley, City of Beckley is eligible. So I don't know. It's strange how they calculate this. I don't know how they do it. They've scratched their head with the city trying to figure that out too. We're always having before it.
Maybe that was the whole purpose, the way it is done.
We're setting aside money for Nicholas County. We're going to go after it.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
it.
And I appreciate your efforts on
Yes.
this.
Thank you.
Legal counsel Bischoff, do you have anything to add or to question?
No, I don't. I mean, these are kind of precedented times. My general thought is just get the check as quick as you can and put it in the bank. Never let the sun set on the check. I don't know what I say. But it sounds like securing the funds first and then having that, like you said, that leeway to figure out what to do with it is the best move. But I can't think of anything that I haven't already discussed in terms of all this, and that's a good chunk of money. So
Yeah.
Absolutely. Thank you. Is there anything else to be discussed?
Okay. You ready for a motion?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll make a motion that we approve the grant solicitation here.
Okay. The motion is on the floor. Is there a second?
Second.
Okay, there is a second. The motion is to approve the coronavirus emergency supplemental funding program solicitation from the United States Department of Justice in the amount of $70,799. Is there any further discussion? Is there any further discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those against, the motion does carry. Sheriff, thank you for your efforts, and
Thank you, Commissioners.
apologize for the
Thank you.
mistake, but we got her taken care of anyways.
There we go.
Hearing no other business in this emergency meeting, and I hear a motion to adjourn after, just clarifying that we will produce the agenda and everything required for an emergency meeting, and it will be published in a timely manner, as
Okay.
state code requires.
All right. I'll make that motion that we adjourn.
Okay, the motion's on the floor. Is there any discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. All those against, the motion does carry.